Hi guys! Today I am making kimchi-jjigae. I haven't met a Korean person who does not like this stew. Even the ones who don't eat kimchi still likes this dish. It's savory and spicy and hot, and it's so satisfying to eat. The survey says this dish is the second most popular lunch item for Korean workers in Korea, the first being the spicy pork stir fry. So let's start making this wonderful stew right away. Let's go over the main ingredient, kimchi. This is very well fermented and really sour right now. You have to use a kimchi that's really sour. You cannot use kimchi that's not fermented and add vinegar later to make it sour. It's not going to be tasty. It's not gonna have that really deep, complex flavor that this stew is known for. Next up, it's the pork. The type of pork that you need for this dish is any cut of pork is fine as long as it has some fat attached to it. This could be controversial. Let's talk about water. I used to make my kimchi-jjigae with some kind of stock or broth, but there was one day that I made kimchi-jjigae without the stock and I used plain water because I was hungry and I'm tired. I didn't have time to make stock, so I made it with plain water. And then surprisingly, it was so delicious. So I thought it's because I was hungry. Then I saw this celebrity chef. Her name is Alex. I'm sorry, I forgot her last name. She's on Food Network. She always mentions power of cooking with plain water. She says that a lot, but she didn't explain why. And then one day I was watching America's Test Kitchen. I believe it was Dan's episode, and he said water is the best solvent. Yes, he answered my question. Water being the best solvent, this pork and then kimchi, when it's cooked in plain water, it's going to release all the flavor that kimchi and pork and other ingredients have to offer. I no longer use stock anymore. I cook my kimchi-jjigae with water and the result is just delicious. And other aromatics, and then let me show you the mushrooms. I prefer to use mushroom that is mild in flavor, that doesn't have much flavor. The reason we add mushroom is because this dish is quite salty. The mushroom is added only to subdue the saltiness of the soup. Next ingredient, tofu. I know there are many different types: soft, medium, firm, extra firm. The one that works well for soup or stew is a medium or soft. And then there are some optional ingredients and then aromatics. I'll talk about them as I go. So let's start cooking. 12 ounces of kimchi. When you take kimchi out of your jar, just shake off the kimchi juice just a little bit. You don't have to extract kimchi juice. Here's 1/4 cup. And I want to strain it. Eight ounces of this pork, just bite size. So I'm going to marinate the meat, not for a long time, only until I prep other ingredients. 2 teaspoons soup soy sauce. It's different than the regular soy sauce. 2 teaspoons of cheong-ju, that's Korean rice wine. 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil. Sesame seed oil is really great at neutralizing some funky smell in like pork or other meat. Grated ginger, we'll need 1 teaspoon. Okay, so that is about 1 teaspoonful. I don't use gloves all the time at home, but I'm filming try not to use too much plastic. Tofu, 5 ounces. This is 2 ounces of the mushroom. And this is an optional ingredient. This is a Serrano pepper. I want the soup to have really spicy flavor. So I'm just making some slits on the pepper. It's going to make the soup really spicy. This is only 1 ounce of onion, very little. Don't use too much onion. It's going to make the soup too sweet. Puree the garlic. So 3 medium cloves, scallion. Okay, so I think all the prepping is done. My pot is preheated well. It's hot right now, and then without adding the oil to the pot, because we already added 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil in the marinade. So let me see. Yeah, it's hot. So I'm going to brown this for about 2 and 3 minutes. The heat is on high right now. I don't see any pink, but let me reduce the heat to medium high. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon gochugaru. And don't burn the gochugaru. And then now let's add kimchi. Okay, so the kimchi has much water, so now I can turn the heat back up to high. To get the most flavor out of the kimchi and the meat, it has to be simmered in water for 20 minutes at least. So browning or cooking is not necessary. I'm just mixing to bloom the gochugaru just a little bit, so it will give you a really nice rich red color at the end. Now the onions and then the garlic. Half teaspoon of sugar directly poured over kimchi just to neutralize the sourness. The heat is still on high, so now I'm going to add water. This is 2 cups water, but I'm only going to add 1.5 cups. Okay, and then let's add the kimchi juice as well. So okay, let me scrape off the side. The optional ingredient, the Serrano chili peppers, dashima. This is the kelp. This will give you a really nice extra flavor. So there. I'm going to put the lid on and then simmer on medium high for 14 minutes. Okay. I'm just going to stir once. It has been 14 minutes. So now I'm going to remove the kelp. It's done its job. And I'm going to remove the Serrano chili pepper as well. The mushrooms. I'm going to turn the heat up now because I want to add a little bit more water. So the total water that I used for this recipe in this pot is 1 3/4 cups of water. So let's stir because I want the mushroom to be well cooked. So now I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes, and the heat is a medium high right now. Put the lid back on. Oh wow, look at this. I love the sound. Now it's almost coming together. Another optional ingredient. This is a rice cake, 1.5 ounces. So very little. So that's like 5-6 slices. And you don't want to add more than that because it's going to soak up all the soup. It's time to add the tofu. Another ingredient. This is a half teaspoon of hondashi. I'm going to add And then let's stir. Then add green onions. Reduce the heat to medium, close the lid, and 3 more minutes, then we're done. Yes, now it is ready. Looks so good, smells so good. I'm going to give it a taste. Very delicious. I like the spiciness of this soup because the Serrano chili pepper, it gives you a nice kick. This will be served with rice, of course. Traditionally, any form of egg dish is served with this. I'm going to have a really nice dinner tonight. Oh, I'm transferring over to the earthenware pot for a nice presentation.